Should I shave before filming this video? No, probably not. Hey guys, my name is Eric, and probably most of you, probably all of you, know me as the admin of a furry page. And for those who don't know, this video marks the 1-year anniversary of said page. Yeah! Pretty cool to think that I started that page less than a year ago, and it's already on like 2,500 people on it, which is incredible. And I know it's not super huge or anything, but I still consider this page to be one of my greatest personal achievements, and I want to thank everyone for helping me get there. Okay, before this gets too sappy, let's move on to some questions. Basically, I wanted to make a video version of TMI Tuesday to help celebrate and mark the 1-year anniversary, which also happens to fall on Topless Tuesday. Yeah, I know. That's not happening. But anyway, now you've supplied me with the Q's, it's time for me to supply you with the A's. How you doing, A-Shape? Are you going to show us your face in this Q&A? Nope. Absolutely not, no way. Ninjas versus pirates, who would win? This is definitely a tough question, Mom. I'm probably gonna have to say ninjas. Think about it, if you have enough ninja skill, you could hide like behind a steering wheel, under the floorboards. You could even hide in Blackbeard's beard before you stab him in the face. That's another thing too, pirate swords are shit compared to ninja swords. Not to mention your stereotypical pirate won't be very agile because he has like 1 or 2 wooden legs. Ninjas all the way! Gotta think about it, that wasn't very tough at all. Next, do you potato? I actually have an addiction to potatoing. It's gone really bad the last few days. Every day when I'm done with school or work, I stop at my dealer and he gives me all the potatoes I can buy. I'm trying to quit, but this is so hard. I can't stop doing that. When and how did you come to join the fandom? When I was 14 or 15, I developed an interest, almost an obsession of werewolves. Actually, you could probably call it an obsession. The point was, werewolves were something that I was fascinated by, but I wasn't that interested in beast-like werewolves. I was more interested in man-like werewolves. Basically, the ones that are basically like humans, except they had the outer shell of a wolf. One day I learned that there was a whole category of people who were into that sort of thing, some of which were in this fandom called the furry fandom, which I heard about in late 2012. And at first, I won't lie, I was kind of pushed away by it at first because all I saw was like pornography or stuff with sexual innuendo, and it was just overwhelming. I don't mind if, you know, that's what people are into. I don't mind if they're like drawing that or writing stories about that, but that's just wasn't what I was into. Then as I branched out to other parts of the house, is signifying branching out, I don't know. I began to meet other people who also happened to be in the furry fandom who were actually some pretty cool people. You know, people who made me comfortable with the furry fandom and made me see the other sides of it that I didn't know about at first hand. Honestly, I still feel kind of stupid for jumping to conclusions about the fandom so early after not even a day of looking at it. So yeah, that's how I ended up here. 1.5 years later, here I am. Spit or swallow? That's a swallow. It's pretty good. What's your favorite fur type and why? Honestly, this is a question that I have yet to get a good answer to, even though I've spent nearly 1.5 years in the fandom. If you ask me my favorite species of fur, I could probably give you an obnoxiously long list. But if I had to narrow it down, it's a tie between wolves, rabbits, and dragons. Actually, now that I think about it, I would probably say that wolf is my favorite type. Why? I don't know, I just find them cool. It probably correlates with the fact that I was a massive werewolf junkie, like, back when I was 14. I don't know anything. Ever eat an octopus? Does calamari count? Because I basically live off of that shit. If you could be anything, what would it be? My answer to this question varied completely on how old I am. When I was younger, I actually wanted to be a transformer. Is that weird? Like, I literally thought being someone like Bumblebee would be the greatest shit. Currently, you could probably guess what I would want to be considering the fact that I'm so devoted to this fandom. I made a page for it. Can you show us your belly? It's really not that interesting. There's not much down there. No. What's your Sona? It's funny because I've been in this fandom for 1.5 years and I still have yet to make a Sona. I have like ideas swirling around my mind on what I want my persona to look like if I ever actually get around to making it, but I want to have a visual representation attached to it before I'd show it to anyone. Honestly, I prefer to make it myself too, because I'd rather make my own reference sheet or first look or whatever rather than get someone else to do it for me, because only I know exactly what I want in it. Basically, you could say that I have a persona, but until I have like a visual representation, like a sketch attached to it, you guys can't see him, and I'm sorry. I do love you though. How much do you weigh? Yes. That is correct. Your opinion on Canadians? If you are, then change it to Americans. Ugh, do I have to answer this? I actually am Canadian, so I have to say my opinion on Americans, yeah. I really don't want to be that guy who just goes like, lol, I hate Americans, they're so stupid. Honestly, I don't mind Americans too much. I mean, I've met quite a few people from the States online, some of whom I met in a real life, as opposed to alternate real lives that I have. And they all seem like really cool people. But I think with me, it's a religious difference. I mean, USA could be described as a Christian nation, seeing as how I'm like a hardcore atheist, it's natural for me to be like, oh, not to insult anyone's religions. I think that people have a right to believe whatever they want to believe. but some people can just be really obnoxious about it, which is where my line in the sand is. Like, you can believe whatever you want to believe, it's cool, but if you try to force it on other people, then that's just a douchey thing to do when you shouldn't do that. I noticed that apparently America has a lot of those kinds of people, which I'm not saying is bad, like I said, for like the 4th time. I really don't want people to get mad at me, so I'm just saying, I'm saying it over and over again. You can believe whatever you want to believe, just don't be a dick about it. You know, this is more like my opinion on Christians than my opinion on Americans. I'm a bit off topic. Sorry. Best fantasy. This can mean a lot of things, and I'm not entirely certain what it does mean, but I am going off of a hunch here that I think I do know what it means, and I would have to say Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy VIII being a close second. First of all, do not bring up that fucking video. I don't want to see anything like it again. Oh my god, that was terrifying. I looked it up a few minutes ago. That was the weirdest shit. I am literally blinded. I can't believe someone actually took the time to think it out, write it, animate it, and then upload the flash file onto a website. Like, who would even think about that? 0 out of 10, no stars, just no. No, 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 no. If you haven't seen it yet, you should totally check it out. But yeah, if you've been on this page for a while, then you probably remember back when I did in fact say that I was a homosexual, which is probably not that hard to gather from this video. If I had to put that on a scale though, I would probably say that my place would be Wallace Wells. Seriously, have you read Scott Pilgrim? He's like my spirit animal, but not really. What do you think my OC Bandit Outlaw? I think that he is a horse, and he's white, and that he's a white horse. Just don't fall into the mud or you'll be a punchline for a dirty joke. Well, those are all the questions asked. Once again, thank you guys so much for all the liking and sharing that you've done the last year, and I'm looking forward to all the years to come. See ya.